regular bands don't know like which members of KDSI or TBS are assigned to which project. And so they just see members of KDSI like doing things, and they're like, oh, well, these other members over here aren't doing anything, like why aren't they helping? And so they don't know like about like service committees or like about different projects, and so they just see that people aren't helping out that are in the fraternity sorority.
Right on. Thanks for that. Thanks for connecting that. That's not what you did there. All right. Let's go ahead and continue.
Logistics coming too. It doesn't really surprise me that crew member number 1 didn't help out today. I've honestly never seen them attend a single service project. He does show up for ritual and social events though. Seriously, I haven't seen them miss one yet. He's a very nice person and everyone in our chapter really loves him. But I wish logistics crew number 1 would attend more service.
Robert. That's what Maya was saying, right? Where do their interests lie?
Yeah. Any additional comments with that, or any? That's a very positive thing, though. This dude clearly seems to like ritual from what he says, like hasn't missed one yet.
Yeah, I mean, just gets me thinking about the relationship like him and his being like the service chair. Like, we don't know how much the service chair has reached out to them and know exactly what's going on down there. So it just makes me think about like, at what level should they try to have that connection with the administrator who's doing the job? Should it be the service chair? Should it be a committee member? Should it be like something like the president? Kind of back to our discussion of who should have that discussion. It sounds like he needs to be talked to, or at least discuss. The question of like whose responsibility is that?
Well, whose responsibility is that? I think that's a great question. Who do you think should be the one to talk to? Just to prove it.
And I would say that I would definitely sort of think that another person trying to have things trying to hash it out first and let that break out. On one hand, it gives that committee that a good experience. On the other hand, it could easily solve it out and ask to do the whole. So I would let that he handled first.
I agree with them. If this has been consistent issue, kind of gives you really been talked about before. I don't think having the same person continue to talk would make sense. If there already has been president, then it should be maybe the president or someone else. As opposed to clearly communication is not happening appropriately, but it's not having effectively in that situation.
So working up the ranks, right?
All right. Let's continue on to the next person.
I'm really excited for Ritual. Logistics crew member number 1 told me all about the stuff you guys have done in my interview with him, and I can't wait to join the Brotherhood/Sisterhood. Quick question though, how many service projects do we do exactly? Not that service isn't important, but I kind of saw what the logistics crew was doing yesterday, and it didn't really look like fun.
So what has happened now by logistics crew member number 1's behavior? Well,
Maybe another way to phrase that is, chapter president, how would you respond to that?
Well, first of all, it's like really good that like logistics crew member 1 is encouraging PMs because he like the perspective was enthusiastic about the brotherhood aspect and about ritual and obviously doing their interviews and going through. So it's a really positive thing. But on the other side, it's like you also mentioned the perspective that service is like one of the 3 pillars of the organization. So it's really, really important to both KSI and TBS. So emphasizing that it's not all about just brotherhood, that service is like both a requirement and like a huge like part of the organization.
I think also like not all service is fun. Like some service is like super.
Amen.
Like I mean, our chapter of TBS, like we're in charge of all of the water for our band, and it's a pain in the butt. And people don't appreciate it, don't like show appreciation for it, and it sucks. But we do it because we recognize that it's something that needs to be done, And also because like even though they don't express appreciation, like we know that if we didn't do it, like they would be dehydrated
They would-
really quick. But I think maybe what would need to happen is a conversation about like what does service mean to that person and like I guess not like knowing that like there are service projects that are fun, but we do these service projects because it's important, because the outcome is important, and because it impacts people.
I was gonna say too, when you look at, the people in your chapter who you really look up to in regards to service specifically, do they only help out those big service projects, or are they the ones that are like always helping whenever it's needed, right? It's like those day-to-day things that, in a way, matter a lot more, keeping the band running and functioning in an effective way.
I just think a side note that is so great that your chapter helps out with water because that was my job this year and it sucked.
Yeah.
So, Gamma.
Gamma, Omicron, great friends.
People like providing water sounds like such a simple thing, and then you're like, oh my god, it takes like 20 people, and everyone's freaking out. Yeah.
And then when you go on the road, it's even harder.
Oh.
So just to clarify, I think I just misheard the way words were put together, but was it they told all about first degree or?
All about ritual. Yeah. Bryce is a bad writer, so no, that wasn't what it was intended to be. It was like he got him pumped up for ritual is what I was going with. Like he didn't tell him about ritual. That's my bad. That's user error.
Bryce knows this, but we've heard it every single day.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's really messed up.
It's okay.
It sounds like what you mentioned about the discussion with the prospective member about what does service mean to you, why do you want to serve, that's something that can definitely be implemented on the chapter-wide level by the president or the service chair or the board. Just to kind of, because also related to that, it goes to that public image type thing. Because if your chapter views service as a sort of thing that they have to do and it's a job and they're never quite enthusiastic about it, even when it's not fun and it's hard for people to get motivated to do it, that hurts your chapter's image. It makes it seem like you're just obligatory to do service. Service should be something that your extensions and organizations are proactive about. That is something that they want to do, even if it isn't the funnest thing in the world. So that discussion has a lot of ripple effects on the chapter.
So can we go ahead and move on to, because we have one more person still to talk to.
I'm the last person as the band director.
Who's the name?
Hey, do you think you could put together a bigger logistics crew? I appreciate taking side TBS for helping out, but they need to work a lot faster. I only have 30 minutes between the time rehearsal ends and the time the football team gets here, and today we weren't even close to having everything put away by the time we arrived.
How would you talk to the band director in that situation? Because you pretty much know everything by this point. So what would you say?
Apologize for not having it done that way. And then probably reworking logistics through seems to be probably the biggest issue of this scenario is that you have a member who doesn't want to be there and is more passionate about virtual and perspective is getting the impression that service is the most important. So definitely bring it up in a chapter where you can be like, hey, this is something that we're here to do, and really emphasizing that a lot more, because it just seems like it's one of those things that KSI and TBS they have so much to do and so much on their plate that maybe the setup or the tear down just kind of fell out of focus, and bringing that back in and just re-emphasizing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know my personal band director, and I found this similar with a lot of band directors, that they're really busy people, and so when they give you a question like that, they like a really succinct answer. So it's okay when they pose that to you to say, okay, we'll do it. And that's all the conversation.
Regardless of if you know how to do that, you just say okay and you figure it out. That's like a drum major skill right there. You're just okay.
Yeah. Now, but yeah, absolutely. Okay, that just about wraps up everything. Thank you. Oh, yeah, go
Just
ahead.
real quick, again, we want to take us back to our chapters. So from the first scenario, if someone gives a one quick sentence of what you learned that you can take back to your chapter. Yes.
Be careful of your perception and your actions. You
have such chapter.
Excellent. And then how about for this scenario? So again, this workshop can be done, we'll post this stuff online too. You can do this within a chapter. Could be just your exec council, could be an entire chapter, doing these things to help them find the meaning in, these different aspects and show them how difficult it is to be a chapter president or a leader in general. Like, in all honesty. It's,
Yeah. Everyone give it a hand for yourself.
Okay, so you guys have dinner until 8:30. After 8:30, please make sure being chapter presidents, go to Glenwood with us. We're going to go hang out, it's fun. Do not have to wear formal attire.